If you are hungry, you say akudu. So hunger is aku. Ma is not existing. I say is on earth. So when we say akuma, I say, it means there's no longer hunger on the earth. That is akuma, I say.
Ewo, 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 ewo. Ewo. Apaye. Manjesra. Ewo, 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 ewo. Ewo. Apaye. Manjesra. Oman Aroni. Aroni ye. Oman Aroni. Aroni ye. Inua inu. Insua insu. Ominja ominja. Jire yida aye. Jire yida aye. Da aye. Jiri aro. Jire yiri omenje. Ewo. 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 Akumase reinforces the bonds which bind the people of Senya Bireku together in several ways. It reminds them of their ancestral unity, common heritage, and antique contribution towards upholding Africa's rich culture, traditions, and values. It is an occasion that revamps the bond of friendship, goodwill, brotherly love, and unity. It brings family and friends abroad and home together for the purpose of remembering the past, reshaping the present, and approaching the future with pride and hope. The Senya Bireku Akumase Festival is the major festival celebrated in Senya Bireku. That's in the olden days there was hunger, severe famine that affected a lot of lives. There was a priest, Ate Kwesikwe, who was consulted and he performed some ritual. And the ritual, through the ritual, the hunger ended. There was one significant thing he said after the ritual. He made the people to understand that the gods would work for them, would bring them peace or prosperity or abundance of food. But before that could be, then humans have a part to play. So he was expecting the people in the town to start working, because it wouldn't be appropriate to be lazy and yet expect the gods to attend to your needs. So he expected them to work. And the festival itself is a whole process. Thursday, Ropa. Natives from outside Senya Bireku and foreigners begin their arrivals for the celebration. The Oso of Sekumapa rites performs in pair to open the way for the celebration. There is a procession by adult females, Ase Inipa, and children in Tobi from the place of jubilation, Ropa, while singing the Turo Turo song. Turo Turo, Yaniba Turo Turo, Bowoba. Turo Turo, Yaniba Turo Turo, Bowoba. Ayabwe Sumya. Aya swasi wo, aya bwe sumya, aya swasi wo, yaniba turo turo. It is on this day that fathers are expected to give cloth to their children towards the children's procession the next day.
The very first Thursday of the festival is devoted for children to amuse themselves. All the children assemble, go around with singing. They will tell Atakwesi, we thank you. Our father has given us the annual cloth. And with that thing, they will be jubilating around. Attack will sit there and say, hey, Mama, that my father has given me a cloth.
In Senya tradition, spirits and humans relate. In the sense that the spirit, in our tradition, we believe that the gods are there to serve us, we humans. Senyas believe in the Almighty God, whom they call Indase Yumpu. And he has created the gods to help us in everything. So the procession means that the gods are joining us to jubilate. The gods are joining the humans or showing the way that it's time to jubilate and be happy. And in Senyan tradition, so everything, almost every part of their lives is led by spiritual activities. So once the festival is starting, it has to start with the spirit getting involved. Friday, Dentiwo. Early in the morning, the Dentiwo number 2 Asafu company cleared the weeds on the major path leading out of their communities. After the path clearing, the warriors sing and jubilate in honor of Sekum Apa. During the jubilation and procession through the principal streets of Senya Bireku with thanksgiving songs in honor of Sekum Apa, everybody wears red attire. It is of great interest to see the youth dress humorously to entertain observers. In the afternoon, there is an announcement of the festival throughout the communities by the state drama. After that, there is a special celebration by children to praise Ata Kusikwe. For the celebration, fathers present new cloth, mama, to their children the previous day. All the children join in a procession through the principal street of the town, happily singing the Ata Kusindase song. Atakwe sinase ye mi sena mama. Atakwe sinase ye mi sena mama. Ye mi sena mame. Ye mi sena mame. Atakwe sinase ye mi sena mama. Atakwe sinase ye mi sena mama. With accompaniment of brass band, this occasion brings my joy to children. This celebration indeed is one of the important features of the festival because this is a time when the legend Ata Kusikwe is not only affectionately remembered for his great works, but also his story is told to young generation who would definitely ask why he must be praised. Saturday, Fetu. This is the day when deceased relatives and friends are mournfully remembered. Adult females wake up at dawn to perform in Trum to remember the dead.
At dawn, at cockcrow, the women will be going to their family homes to remember their dead by crying, weeping.
You hear, especially the women, mourning, weeping, shouting, crying, wailing. The essence here is that they are remembering all members of that family who were with them before the Akumase festival, but today they are dead and gone. So they weep for them.
Each family, we are having almost about 56 clans of their families in Senya Bireku. So at that Saturday, all the families meet, take stock of what has happened the previous year.
Elders of the various families early in the morning have their family meetings at their family houses to deliberate on issues, reunite, and perform in prayer to their family's deities and ancestors. They also call for peace, prosperity, and long life in the coming year.
So the climax of those series of mini festivals, that's the clearing of the land, burning, planting, then the harvesting. So the harvesting is the Akumase.
And after harvesting, then we come to the main festival, which is the eating of whatever that has been harvested. It is on this day that ritual dishes like kuna editor, prepared with tubers, corn, vegetables, fishes, and or meat, is prepared in the Aseye female house. Ahe, a locally made sweet drink, is also prepared and drunk, having poured some drops on the ground for the gods and ancestors. Then comes the time when impumpu with abenkwang, palm soup, is prepared and some sprinkled out to the spirit being called Anoebi. We are about to have the regatta, boat race. The regatta is an interesting part of the festival. And going back into history, where the regatta was an important aspect of the games. On the day of the regatta, everybody from the 7 beaches, we have 7 beaches in Senya, so every beach would come with its theme. And history tells us that those days the regatta was a very important aspect. And what happened was that the first war, or the first civil war that ever occurred in Senya, was through the regatta. A lot of people died in that instance. There was mass burial of many people, many houses too were burnt down. So because of that, they canceled the regatta. Last year, that is 2011, we brought it back. And last year it was very interesting. The regatta is especially for the fishermen because that is their art, that is their profession. You know, this is a career, but sometimes the best way to have your career is to take it as a hobby and have it part of your recreational activities. So that is what it's going to be.
Work hard, play hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Ṣebí lówe 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 lámì lòlò gidigbo ọlọ́pàá lójó márùn ló máa di ẹ̀. Àwa màrẹ́ àtúbọ̀bàdé òmàjàlá ọba orí. Fàákàjọjà ẹ̀ràn sílé kan ò tọ́ sọ́ba. Ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ oyè ìṣeun àwa ti lọ́rùn ọba o. Kárí kápọ̀ ìyẹn ló yẹ ni. Kárí kápọ̀ ìyẹn ló yẹ ni.
Sunday, AC, is the last day of the week in Senya Bireku tradition. On this day of the festival, house-to-house exchange of seasonal greetings and New Year wishes is observed.
When we first settled on this land, we were saying the nature of our soil is rocky. So because it's rocky, we're not having bumper harvest. And one of our chief priests told us that no, it's not the nature of the soil, but it's because we have been playing drums, celebrating, enjoying, all singing, drumming all the time.
And you know, in this community too, we believe in work. That is why 3 months to the festival, there is ban on drumming. So drumming, in other words, ban on entertainment. So there wouldn't be any entertainment. Then all we have to do is to be weeding, working. Then before the festival, they lift the ban. Then we all have joy. So this moment is a moment of joy, happiness, play, and everything. After the many months or weeks of ban on entertainment. Monday, Twawo. Early in the morning, the Twawo clear the path leading out of their communities. After the path clearing, there is a Thanksgiving song and jubilation procession in honor of Sekumapa. Everybody dresses in white without traces of red or other colors. The procession starts from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The elders of the Tuao parade the street in a straight line with very gradual steps, taking them more than hours to cover a distance of 100 meters. The Supi and his immediate assistant wear metal dress and helmet while they carry the leather whip aba in their right hand. Adult females pour white powder on them and spray their bodies with perfume while reciting praise in honor of Sekumapa. Each participant is also expected to smear white powder on his or her face and body. Therefore, any participant or passerby without powder on his or her body will unexpectedly fall victim to a relative, friend, or even a stranger who would pawn him or her with white powder. The pot that they carry, the cloth they have around, the way they dress, it is basically the way the youth are also celebrating. And this is to create some fun, to create some spectacle, so that you enjoy the whole celebration. You realize that some would even be in female clothing, males in female clothing, and then with lipsticks and all that stuff. And it makes the festival very fanciful.
Every occasion I want to dress a woman. Every occasion I want to dress a woman because me, I resemble a woman. Look at my shape. I want to tell my shape. Look at my shape. So me, I resemble a woman. Do you get me?
The powder, African celebration or our local celebration of victory is powder. Powder actually depicts victory. We started with the famine and then now we are in the harvesting period. What does it mean? It means that we are now victorious. Tuesday is so. There are 7 traditional councils in Senya Bireku. In the afternoon of this festive day, the 7 traditional council members in Soho honor Sekumapa with thanksgiving songs amidst drumming, clapping, and dancing. On this particular day, everyone puts on his best clothes and all forms of entertainment take place at a grand derby at Abeyano in front of the fort. School children and other youth groups sing and dance choreography, perform plays, recite poems, and cultural display to entertain the populace. After the competition, the Neyani and Nasiani, chiefs and queens, dance 3 times to climatize the occasion. Finally, rituals by all the Esau and the Abreu are performed to end the day. So on Tuesday, what happens is that all games, all entertainment, all groups, entertaining groups come together, and that is where we entertain ourselves. We sing. It's actually competition. Wednesday, Abreu. On the Wednesday of the Akumase festival, which is also the last day of the occasion, the Abreu, which is the priests and priestesses, sing and dance to honor Sekumapa. At sunset, the Oso perform kusum to thank Sekumapa on behalf of the priest. He also rounds off the festival at this time. The most important thing to me about the festival is the unity it affords us. Many times it is known that Senyans were not united. First on the Asafo line and 2 on the chieftaincy land. But during the festival, we all come together as one people. We see ourselves as one. We celebrate as one. We eat as one. We do everything as one. People from every walk of life, visitors, strangers, all come together. And it really makes us a part of the world. So when you really study the history, when you look at it, you realize that the things that are done are not for the gods. They are actually for ourselves, we humans.
So in essence, the Akumase festival is not necessarily come, drink, dance, and go. No. It have something to do with our ancestral rare past, the present, and the future.
I'm